Who's better, Tyler Herro or RJ Barrett? What's going on, guys? Welcome to Clutch People. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night. And today I'm going to be talking about who's better, Tyler Herro or RJ Barrett. I may not come out with, at the end of the day, who the better player is because it's really early in their NBA careers. But in my opinion, Tyler Herro had a better rookie season. But we're going to be taking a look at the full picture, why Tyler Herro had a better rookie season than RJ Barrett, and what one player's skill set is, like what they're better at than the other opposing player. When it comes to physicality, finishing at the basket, athleticism, no question about it, it's RJ Barrett. But who can I rely on to like hit a big shot at the end of the game and just freaking just bust out a three-pointer with pure confidence? Tyler Herro. And I don't think people realize Tyler Herro has a very underrated aspect of his game when it comes to creating for himself. RJ Barrett, we've seen flashes of that, but he's not a consistent jump shooter yet. And if you're drawing that contact, I want you to execute your free throws. RJ Barrett got better at that, but Tyler Herro, no question about it, was better from the charity stripe. On the defense side of the basketball, I both think they need big time work. I think RJ slightly better in that department. And when it comes to playmaking, RJ Barrett, everyone is talking about how he's this black hole offensively. He doesn't get others involved, but him in the pick and roll, him in transition, he makes the right basketball pass. I don't know if that's learning from his godfather, Steve Nash, who's probably not going to give him tips anymore because at the end of the day, he's the Brooklyn Nets head coach. And having that little rivalry, I never thought of it as a rivalry. I always thought it was like the Giants-Jets. There's no big-time rivalry there, in my opinion. Like, why would we hate the Nets? I just don't get it whatsoever. But maybe you learned some of that from Steve Nash, of course, working with his trainer and that type of thing. But Tyler Herro, he's not the greatest passer of the basketball, but he's not really stupid. He recognizes when someone's open. But Tyler Herro is definitely not afraid of the big moment whatsoever. But neither is RJ Barrett. We've seen him step up in big moments like against the Houston Rockets, against Miami when he backed down Tyler Herro. But you do have to take in account the situations they're put in. First off, the Miami Heat have a way better organization. Like, they have a genius organization. If you start with the front office of Pat Riley, the owner there, you have a great head coach of Eric Spoelstra that gets the strengths out of their players. And Tyler Herro had a great team around him to put him in a position to be successful. If that's a guy like Jimmy Butler to help him along the way. He also had other shooters in that lineup, and just they're just so good at constructing a team compared to at the time when we drafted an RJ Barrett. Of course, Fizdale was a part of that team that did not play through RJ Barrett's strengths whatsoever. Scott Perry, I believe Steve Mills was still there when RJ Barrett was drafted, and he was the best three-point shooter in his starting lineup. It definitely does not help when there's so much pressure on you to shoot the three ball when there's a guy like Elfrid Payton, when there's a guy like Mo Harkless that shot 20-something% from three when he came over to the New York Knicks and the Los Angeles Clippers trade, which we ended up getting that first-round pick, of course. Having a guy like Julius Randle, who's not reliable from beyond the arc, at least on a consistent basis, and Taj Gibson. While Tyler Herro has all these guys that you could rely on to be successful on the offense side of the basketball, and it takes pressure off of him. Elfrid Payton's nothing to write home about offensively. Mo Harkless is not. Julius Randle, I don't know. See, that could have held RJ back. I'm not saying RJ would have won Rookie of the Year, but he's definitely a black hole offensively that's very ball dominant. We could have saw more from RJ if Julius Randle was not on that team. Taj Gibson, we know he's not a shooter. He played his role very nicely for the New York Knicks. But the Miami Heat, they had a nice team of Bam Adebayo. He's a good passing big man. He knows when to make the right basketball plays. Same thing with Jimmy Butler, Kendrick Nunn. They just constructed such a good team. They have a much better coaching staff, and they're so much better playing throughout players' strengths. And if it goes to front office and developing players, at the end of the day, yes, we brought in guys like Walt Perrin, Johnny Bryan, of course, new part of the head coaching staff, Kenny Payne, Mike Woods, and Tom Thibodeau. We can say they're going to develop RJ, but we haven't seen it yet. And I'm way more confident in the Miami Heat when it comes to developing Tyler Herro. But at the end of the day, when it comes to ball handling ability, RJ's still raw in that department. I still can't trust him to handle the ball like full possession using his left hand on a consistent basis. But let's be real, you're not just, right hand. Like, I don't care if you're right-handed if you're not really strong with that department, but he's gotten better finishing with his right hand, his ball handling ability. But I would say that's kind of a tie. Playmaking, I give it to RJ Barrett. Shot creation, I would give that to Tyler Herro. Being a tough shot maker, shooting from beyond the arc, that's Tyler Herro. Finishing at the basket, that is RJ Barrett. But RJ Barrett, of course, I think he could be a good basketball player. But as of right now, I have to give it to Tyler Herro. Even though he's put in a good position to be successful, like, he's a good basketball player. Like, the best players are put in the position to be successful. Unless you're like LeBron James, you're just LeBron James. You're absolutely amazing. But in order to be a good player, you have to be put in the position to be successful. And we don't know how RJ Barrett would do with the Miami Heat. But that's just my opinion. If you're just not a great shooter in today's NBA, you're not going to be anything special unless you have great passing vision that's generational like a Ben Simmons. You're good on defense like Ben Simmons. I think he's an overrated defender. But as of right now, I do think Tyler Herro is a bit better than RJ Barrett. And I'm a Knicks fan, so I try to be as unbiased as possible. But I choose productivity over what if he played in another system at the end of the day. But I hope RJ Barrett ends up having a better career than Tyler Herro. But you have to keep in mind just the organization Tyler Herro is a part of, the coaching staff and everything. I think RJ Barrett, of course, has an NBA-ready body. He can develop a three-point shot maybe to an extent of being very solid. But I want him to execute those free throws. He finishes out the basket strong. His handle has gotten better. His three-point percentage, he definitely had a month that he shot better from beyond the arc. His passing vision was better than I thought. But it all comes down to the efficiency. Tyler Herro's efficiency got a lot better, and he's efficient from beyond the arc and the charity stripe. But let me know down below your thoughts and analysis. Who is better, RJ Barrett or Tyler Herro? And as always, guys, have a humble day or night. Peace out, y'all.